guys, how's it going? This is Amanda from Amanda on the Globe. Today I'm really excited to talk about one of my favorite topics, minimalism, and how minimalism has saved me a lot of money, how I save a lot of money with minimalism, and minimalist habits that save me a lot of money. So kind of all of those things wrapped up into one video. So I'm just gonna start it off here. The number one way I save a lot of money, and I notice that a lot of other people can save money really easily, is your food budget. So if you're in like a serious savings mode, like I am in a serious savings mode right now, and the number one thing I cut down on is my food budget. I currently just eat at home as much as possible, and I eat out maybe once a week. Like that's even pushing it. I try just to not eat out at all. But sometimes, you know, you're kind of like stuck. But I just try to keep my food as cheap as possible. I'll eat really simple groceries. Currently I'm an au pair, so my room and board is included in my pay. So luckily I am not spending money on groceries. So yeah, cutting down your food budget is a really, really easy way to save a lot of money really quickly, because I think that a lot of people, especially younger people like in my generation and younger, they eat out a lot and they spend a lot of money on creating fancy like Pinteresty meals when you could seriously just eat rice, beans, and veggies every day, and that's like the cheapest thing you could eat. Yeah, that's probably my number one tip to save a lot of money. Number two is cut back on your entertainment. So I recently made a video of 20 free things you can do in your free time, and you guys can check that out. I will link it here. You guys can check that out. Doing things that are free instead of going out to eat or going out to drink with your friends will save you a ton of money, and a lot of those things are really fun. There's like so many free things that you can do. Even going out to, I know people might have something to say about this one, but like going out to a bar or a club, like you don't have to buy a ton of drinks. I go out with my friends sometimes and I don't buy any drinks. Like I just don't want to spend a lot of money on alcohol. It's not a priority in my life, and so I make sure my priorities are what I'm spending my money on. So for me, like spending time with my friends is a priority, but spending money on alcohol is not a priority, and spending money on like things that I don't really care to do is not a priority for me. Like I want to make sure that I'm spending my money on the things that I want to spend it on. Yeah. Tip number three is cut back on your phone plan. I've talked about this a lot, and I actually have a video about how to use your cell phone without a phone plan. I'll link that here. That's a pretty old video, but it's still relevant. When I started traveling for the first year, I didn't have a phone plan. I didn't have data, I didn't have calling, I didn't have texting, but I do have an iPhone, so you can use iMessage over the internet and just use Wi-Fi everywhere, and it worked out actually really well. Now that I'm in Australia, I do have a pay-as-you-go plan, so I pay roughly about $30 a month for data, text messaging, calling. That's still pretty cheap, I think. When I was in the United States, my phone bill, before I started saving money, my phone bill was about like $70 a month. It's so crazy there. So if you can do like a pay-as-you-go plan or a prepaid plan, that can save you a lot of money on your phone. Another tip that I have is when I was saving a lot of money really quickly for travel, something that really helped me was thinking of how far that money could go in another country. So for example, if my mom said, Amanda, do you want to go get a pedicure with me? I would think, okay, a pedicure costs $30. I can go get a pedicure for $30, or I can take that $30, put it in my savings account and use it when I go travel, and that would let me travel for an entire another day in Thailand. Like that's an entire day's worth of food, accommodation, even like entertainment in Thailand. Like Thailand's so cheap, and I wanted to go to Thailand at that time. I was just thinking about everything in this mindset, like I could go out to eat or I could eat at home, and how much will it cost me for each one? How much would I save, and how much longer would that allow me to travel? And that's a tip that a lot of travelers use, I think, to help them budget, because once you think about it like that, once you think like, I could get a pedicure for $30, which is gonna last 2 weeks, and the only thing it's giving me is like, it's nice to look at my toes, or I can go and live in Thailand for a day. Like To me, it's a pretty easy decision. You can always paint your nails at home for super cheap too. In terms of minimalism, the things that I do as a minimalist that save me money are I don't really go shopping like ever unless I actually need something, and I used to shop a lot. I used to use shopping as a hobby. I would just go to the mall when I was bored and I had nothing to do, and I'd go to Forever 21 and I would just like buy random stuff that I didn't need. And now I don't do that at all. I don't go to the mall, or like I avoid malls at all costs just because I don't like the vibes there. So I don't really go shopping anymore. Also, another thing that I do as a minimalist is I try to eat at home a lot. Let me know if you guys would like a video on minimalism and diet, because I did try to simplify my diet a little bit more, and I have talked about this a few times in my hair today. Gina's gonna have something to say about that. Trying to simplify your diet, eating as clean and simple as possible, and like cutting out processed food, cutting out junk food, that will save you a lot of money just right there. Cutting out alcohol will save you even more money. And yeah, like just making your coffee at home, because I'm really lucky being an au pair, because I actually have to spend a lot of my time at home. So I have to wake up in the morning and be here to get the kids ready, take them to school, and then I kind of just stay at home all day because there's nothing really around me to do other than go on hikes and go to the shops or go to a coffee shop. But I mainly just spend my day at home working, and then I pick up the kids from school. So because I'm at home so much, I always just make coffee at home. I'll just make all my meals at home, and it saves me a lot of money. Another thing that I would consider looking into if you're a minimalist and you're trying to save some more money is consider looking into zero waste. That can save you a lot of money, and just get into a mindset of knowing that you have enough, that you don't need any more things, and that everything that you have is useful. Like if you have things that aren't useful, then definitely get rid of them. But if you have clothes to wear, and you have food in your kitchen, and you have the basic necessities that you need to live, then you have everything that you need, and you don't need new clothes. You don't need all the stuff that people are trying to sell you. Just know that. I think when I shifted my mindset into knowing like I have everything that I need, then I stopped having the desire to buy more things and spend more money. And it's really, really easy for me now to just save as much as possible, because the things that I do for fun don't involve money. So the things that I do for fun, I have a lot of them linked in my 20 free things to do in your free time video, but I like to write, I like to read, I like to hike, I like to spend time with friends, I like to be outside, I like to have picnics, I like to work on my photography, which I know a lot of people say photography isn't a cheap hobby, but it doesn't have to be expensive. You can easily get an inexpensive camera. You don't have to buy all the fancy lenses. Yeah, photography doesn't have to be super expensive. Yes, it can be, but like crazy cockatoos outside, but it doesn't have to be. So yeah, I think this video is getting long enough, so I hope you guys like this, and if you did, give it a thumbs up and I will make more videos like this. I hope you guys are having a good day. I hope you... I don't know what this is. Subscribe if you're new to my channel, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye!